Reddit cheating stories. James hadn't noticed he'd been talking to her for an hour, and suddenly... James had always been a big fan of DWAYNE Johnson, also known as The Rock. When he heard that there was going to be a conference in California with this actor, he immediately decided to attend. He talked his girlfriend Sarah into going with him, even though she wasn't as big a fan as he was. They flew to California and checked into a hotel, anticipating the conference the next day. As they were getting ready for bed, James received a message on his phone from an old acquaintance who lived nearby. He hadn't seen her in years, but there was always a connection between them. She told him she would be at a conference the next day and asked if they could meet. James was tempted, but he knew it would be wrong to cheat on Sarah. He answered the message telling the woman that he was in a serious relationship and could not date her. He put the phone away and went to bed. The next day, James and Sarah attended a conference, and both were thrilled to see The Rock in person. James couldn't help but think about the message he had received the night before, and his thoughts kept wandering. During one of his breaks, he told Sarah he was going out for a drink and would be back in a few minutes. Instead of heading to the drink booth, James wandered around the convention center, hoping to meet his former lover. Eventually, he found her, and they spent the rest of the break chatting. They laughed and reminisced about old times, and unfortunately, they ended up having sex in the dressing room. When it was over, James was racked with a great deal of guilt. He couldn't shake the feeling that he had made a mistake. When the break was over, James returned to the main conference room. He could see that Sarah was upset, but he tried to act as if nothing had happened. Throughout the day, James and his former lover continued to sneak out of the conference to spend time together. James knew what he was doing was wrong, but he couldn't help himself. When the conference was over, James and Sarah returned to their hotel room. Sarah was silent throughout the entire trip, and James realized that he had ruined everything. When they got to their room, Sarah asked James about his behavior. She was hurt that he had cheated on her, especially at the conference they were both looking forward to. James tried to apologize, but he knew there was nothing he could say to make it right. Sarah decided to leave the hotel and fly back to New Jersey without him. James was devastated that he had lost the love of his life to such foolishness. Over the next few weeks, James tried to contact Sarah to apologize and make things right. He sent her flowers, wrote her letters, and even showed up on her doorstep. But Sarah was done. She could no longer trust him and did not want to be with a man who disrespected their relationship. James realized he had made a huge mistake. He had abandoned a loving relationship for fleeting pleasure. He decided to seek help and went to therapy to deal with his infidelity and learn how to be a better partner in the future. Such a sad story. It's a shame that such a couple has broken up. Please support me by giving me a tea. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I regularly post incredible life stories. Also, it is interesting to know your opinion on this situation. Write it in the comments below the video. See you in the next video. Hugs to you.